Iran sent the US a tremendous present, wants to make a deal. Sabi po ni Trump, di ba? Gusto daw makipag-deal yung Iran. Kaya ito yung balita mga kababayan. US sent Iran 10-point proposal for ending in the Middle East war. Sabi po sa report dito sa Jerusalem Post. And because of this, basahin ko sa inyo. House Speaker Fastini D. has signed House Bill 8418 authorizing the President to temporarily suspend, reduce excise tax on fuel. So a total of around 230 billion, Mr. Chair, is the available funding for us for this crisis that we are now experiencing. Yeah, then. Included in the 200 billion from this year's budget, sabi po ni Toledo, 62
nagbabagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu ng lipunan. Bulsa, opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Bulsa, what you see is what you get. You decide.
Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. So, kumusta po kayo? So, dito ulit tayo mga kababayan sa ating live with Dante M. And may good news si Trump. Siguro ito na lang ito mo ating unahin mga kababayan para makahinga naman tayo ng maluwag kung totoo ito. Iran sent the US a tremendous present, wants to make a deal. Sabi po ni Trump, di ba? Gusto daw makipag-deal yung Iran. Ibig sabihin, kung papaniwalaan natin yung announcement ni Trump, soko na yung usap na lang niya tayo. Soko na yung Iran. Pag hindi siya sumoko, ay talagang ma-obliterate sila. They will be annihilated. Pero of course, walang intensyon yung Amerika, mga kababayan, na idamay yung mga civilians. Ang target palagi po ng yan ang maganda sa posisyon ng Amerika. Ayaw nilang idamay as much as possible. Pero minsan, may nadadamay talaga po. May tinatawag na collateral damage. Ayaw din niya sana na yung mga civilian facilities tulad ng mga power plant, ayaw niya din sana galawin. Kaya lang, matigas ang ulo ng Iran. And this time, parang lumambot. Kaya ito yung balita mga kababayan. US sent Iran 10-point proposal for ending in the Middle East war. Sabi po sa report dito sa Jerusalem Post. And because of this, pag may mga ganitong balita na parang may magandang developments towards ending the war, maganda yung epekto sa ating negosyo. Yung US stocks naka-recover po. Pati yung presyo ng petroleum, bumabagsak po siya. Di ba? Pero pag lang bawi, balik sa dati. So we just pray na itong balitang ito mga kababayan ay tuloy-tuloy na at mangyari sana. Itong plano para matapos na yung gira mga kababayan. Halo-halo na po. Basahin ko sa inyo. House Speaker Fastini D. has signed House Bill 8418 authorizing the President to temporarily suspend, reduce excise tax on fuel. So ginagawa ng Congress o kayo dyan sa Senado, I think ang latest ngayon, sinid na sa ating Pangulo. So hanap lang kayo ng hanap ng controversy, ng sisisihin. At yung nagpapakalat na wala tayong pera, marami tayong pera. DBM, 230 billion funds available to address effects of ongoing crisis. Ayan may 230 billion tayo. Ano sabi ni Garin? So far, manageable pa yung supply natin ng langis. It will last for 45 to 60 days. Will we then, sabi niya, the Philippines currently has a manageable supply of oil, sabi po ni Secretary Garin. Garin assured the public that the agency is taking steps to maintain adequate oil reserves amid unrest in the Middle East. She added that the country has about 45 days worth of oil supply. We are building our buffer despite the limitations. Our team is hard at work trying to make sure that kahit po isa o dalawang araw yan, that is a very important addition para sa sigurado na our country does not run dry. Namumuliti kaya si Secretary. Pinatutsaya ni Senator Loren de Garda si Energy Secretary Sharon Garin sa pagdinig ng Protect Committee sa Senado So a total of around 230 billion, Mr. Chair, is the available funding for us for this crisis that we are now experiencing. Yeah, then. Included in the 200 billion from this year's budget, sabi po ni Toledo, 63.8 billion for the Department of Social Welfare and Development, protective services for individuals and families in difficult circumstances. 4.2 billion for the Department of Migrant Workers. Toledo also mentioned 2.5 billion budget for the Department of Transportation fuel subsidy for the transport sector, which will be sourced from last year's funding. And also, we have to tap the Dole to PAD program of 21.27 billion in the DOH MAIP 51.64 billion, sabi niya. Dole refers to the Department of Labor and Employment, while DOH MAIP stands for the Department of Health's Medical Assistance to Indigent and Financially Incapacitated Patients. Related to this, Senator Risa Ontiveros is proposing a 52.8 billion supplemental budget for those directly or indirectly affected by ongoing crisis in the Middle East. Magandang proposal to. Included in a proposal under Senate Bill 1986 filed last week on the 20 billion budget for transportation subsidies, 2.8 billion for agriculture subsidies, and 38 billion in emergency funds for overseas Filipino worker repatriation and reintegration. O di, very good. Ganon ang leader. At kalma dapat ang leader tulad ng ating Pangulo. Layo natin sa hindi man tayo involved directly sa gira. Economic impact yung atin. Mas natataranta pa kayo. Yung Israel nga binubumba. Yung mga Middle East countries, yung mga leaders na narinig ninyo na nagpapanik. Si Trump mismo na siya yung nakikipaggira doon. Nakita ninyo na ang muka ni tulad ng muka ni Loren, ni J.B. Ejercito. Puro kayo OA. Breaking news, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. nagdeklara ng State of National Energy Emergency. Declaring a State of National Emergency and authorizing the Unified Package for Livelihood, Industry, Food, and Transport. Yan ang purpose kung bakit dineclare mga kababayan. Whereas recent hostilities in the Middle East involving the United States of America, Israel, and Iran have heightened geopolitical tensions, etc., etc. And because of that, creating uncertainty in global energy markets, severe disruptions in supply chains, and significant volatility in upward pressure on international oil prices, thereby posing a threat to the country's energy man lang, security. Several countries have already told our airlines they cannot fuel their aircraft, so they have to carry fuel there and back. We're hoping not, but it's a distinct possibility. Minasama ng mga DDS influencers. O, kita mo na niya. Nalaman ng ating Pangulo doon sa balitang niya. In-inform man lang siya, intindi ninyo, in-inform siya bilang Pangulo, in-inform siya para para makagawa ng intervention, makapag-adjust. Sa panahon ng krisis kasi, dapat marunong ka mag-adjust. Gira ito. Pasalamat na lang tayo, hindi tayo damay sa shooting war. So ito yung sabi ng ating Pangulo. President Bongbong Marcos warned that flight disruptions, including possible grounding of aircraft, may happen due to a potential jet fuel shortage amid the ongoing tensions in the Middle East. Marcos said the situation could pose a serious challenge. So hoping not, but it's a distinct possibility, sabi ni Marcos. In an interview with Bloomberg, he said that several countries have already notified Philippine-based airlines that refueling may not be available. This would force carriers to load enough fuel for both outbound and return journeys. Balikan na dapat yung karga. So pinarating ito sa ating Pangulo para siguro, siyempre, presidente siya, alam niya yung mga interventions na pwede gawin. Dapat ito yung nauna ko. Ito yung proposal ni Trump. Nagkausap daw sila. May kausap, US sent Iran 15-point proposal for ending war in the Middle East. O na, di ba? Nag-warning si Trump, bibigyan ko niya kayo 48 hours. Tapos sinuspend niya 5 days niya. Napag-isip-isip siguro ng Iran, nagpaabot ni Trump, Iran sent the US a tremendous present, wants to make a deal. Ngayon, gusto makipag-deal, sabi niya, straight signal. President Trump says Iran sent US a gift on Monday and wants to make a deal. He declined to describe the gift but called it a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money and related to the Strait of Hormuz in the flow of oil. The plan, which was delivered to Iran via Pakistan, reportedly addresses Iran's ballistic missile and nuclear programs. Ito man talaga ang concern ng Amerika sa kanang Israel. As well as issues regarding the Strait of Hormuz, yung dinadaanan nga ng petroleum, napiktado tayo. According to N12 News, citing 3 sources familiar with the details of the potential plan, the US is considering declaring a month-long ceasefire muna, during which negotiations on the agreement would take place. O di medyo maganda-ganda. The 15-point plan reportedly contains terms including the dismantling of all existing Iranian nuclear capabilities, a commitment that Iran will discontinue efforts to obtain nuclear weapons. Ito man lang ang ayaw ng Amerika at Israel. And a requirement that any already enriched uranium be moved out of Iran. According to N12, the proposed plan would also require the Iranian regime to stop financing and arming all proxies in the region, tulad ng Hezbollah, pati yung Houthi sa Yemen, sila yung nagpupundo. Lahat ng terrorist organization, sila yung nagpupundo, pati sa Mindanao. Alam ba ninyo? Pati sa Mindanao, yung mga ISIS, nakarating hanggang Mindanao. The Strait of Hormuz, according to N12 sources, would be declared a free maritime zone and remain open under the potential deal. Di maganda itong mga developments na to. Earlier Tuesday, US President Donald Trump told reporters in the Oval Office that negotiations between the US and Iran are ongoing, and the Iran badly wants to make a deal. Pag hindi, tudasin na lahat. Hindi yung mga Iranians, yung mga leader na masasama. It is a necessary war, mga kababayan. We're actually taking to the right people. They want to make a deal so badly, you have no idea how badly they want to make a deal, sabi po ni Trump. Trump stated that Iran had already agreed to halt their pursuit of nuclear weapons and that the US was in a good bargaining position for the negotiation. There won't be any nuclear weapons. Iran has agreed to that. We're in a good bargaining position. We're way ahead of schedule, and they have no Navy, no Air Force, or missile protection. Most of the launches, we have killed. So yun, mga kababayan, ang magandang development ng mga balita. Kaya si Trump, relax si Trump. Tingnan ninyo ang mukha ni Trump. Hindi tulad ng mukha ni Loren Ligardaw. Ngayon, ipagpatuloy natin yung sabi dito sa Executive Order 110. Whereas the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical energy corridor for global oil shipments, disrupts the flow of petroleum products to international markets and constrains global fuel supply, with corresponding implications on the stability and adequacy of our domestic energy supply. Whereas, as a net importer of petroleum products, itong pagiging net importer natin, dapat ma-address natin ito sa mga susunod na panahon. Na dapat makadevelop din tayo. Yung malampaya, yung West Philippine Sea, huwag natin bibitawan ito. Tapos yung Marsland, yung sa Mindanao, deuterium. Kailangan matap natin yung ating mga gas field. Ma-develop yon and invite natin yung Amerika kasi may security arrangement tayo sa Amerika. May treaty tayo. Walang technology tayo, then gamitin natin yung technology ng Amerika. Huwag sa China po, mga tuso. Huwag sa China. Amerika natin ibigay, Japan, Amerika. Yung mga kaalyado natin na bansa. Sila yung mag-develop noon, tapos sa arrangement kung magkano yung share-share. Para hindi tayo asa ng asa sa Middle East supply. The Philippines remains highly dependent on external sources of fuel and is therefore vulnerable to disruptions in global oil production and transportation which may affect the availability and timely delivery of petroleum products necessary to sustain domestic energy requirements. Tapos, develop din tayo ng mga electric vehicles natin. Electric cars, so hindi tayo asa sa China, sa South Korea, sa Japan, kung saan-saan pa. Gawa na rin tayo dito ng ating electric para mino sa petroleum. Ang electric vehicles, nagagamit pa rin ang petroleum. Sino yung mga grasa, yung oil sa ano. Pero hindi na yung gas mismo, yung magpapatakbo. Whereas the Secretary of Energy has determined that the foregoing circumstances pose an imminent danger of critically low energy supply and that urgent measures are necessary to ensure the stability and adequacy of the country's energy supply. Whereas Section 25 of Republic Act number 7638, otherwise known as Department of Energy Act of 1992, authorizes the President upon determination either for President Marcos Jr., President of the Philippines. Section 1, Declaration of National Emergency, Energy Emergency, Energy Emergency, hindi Declaration of National Emergency na in general. Energy, specific siya. State of National Energy Emergency is hereby declared in light of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East and the resulting imminent danger posed upon the availability and stability of the country's energy supply. Section 2, Unified Package, ito na. Ito yung importante dito. Kaya dineclare itong para magamit yung pondo ng madalian po. Immediately. Yan ang purpose ng pag-declare nito. The Unified Package for Livelihoods, Industry, Food, and Transport or UPLIFT to safeguard national interest by ensuring the stability of domestic energy supply. Baseless yung sinasabi ni Loren. You're slow. Kala mo, mabilis sila. May masabi lang kayo. May maipuna. Pabida. Paano naging slow? Matagal nang umaaksyon yung ating Pangulo. Ang umaangal lang yung mga dati ng palaging may reklamo, yung mga militan, hindi makontento. Bakit niya sinuspend yung fair hike? Sabi ng ating Pangulo, ang apektado di masses, kaya nga kami nagbibigay sa inyo ng ayuda to safeguard national interest by ensuring the stability of domestic energy supply, the uninterrupted delivery of essential services, the continuity of economic activity and the welfare of all citizens, particularly vulnerable sectors, and to mitigate the impact of the conflict in the Middle East. The UPLIFT is hereby adopted as government's coordinated whole of government response. Ang kita ninyo. Framework consisting of energy supply, management measures to be implemented by the DOE and its attached agencies, and complementary measures to support consumers and affected sectors to be implemented by concerned agencies. May guidelines dapat kasi ang ginagamit dito, pondo ng gobyerno. The UPLIFT Committee is hereby convened to oversee and coordinate the implementation of UPLIFT. The UPLIFT Committee shall be composed of the following: Chairman yung Presidente, members yung Energy Secretary, Secretary ng DOTR, Secretary ng DSWD, Agriculture, Finance, DepEd, DBM. Bukas naman po. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.
Swimming and lifting cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po sa paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Neng siya red mixed fruit drink. Hindi mo po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry, may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na ayos niya, Mr. Maravilla. Sa mga nagana po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab ka rental din po kami. But anyway, ito po pala yung aming bagong product na binibenta online. I am worldwide amazing pure organic barley powdered drink mix from Australia. Negosyo to ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Ayan po. Kontakin na lang po ninyo siya, Riz Maravillas on Facebook. Ang mga health benefits niya, boost immunity, improves digestion, enhance energy levels, packed with antioxidants, prevent cancer. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas.